Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a few weeks since I posted a longer video, and I've just been really all over the place in the month of September. I feel like August was a great month. I was doing my 30-day Delulu challenge, and I got a lot done. And then September came, and I was just like thrown off track, which is fine because we also learned some great lessons in the month of September. But I'm back. I'm here hiking with my dog, enjoying this beautiful fall day. We've had the most amazing fall weather, and I'm so grateful for that. It's been amazing. And as October is approaching, tomorrow is today the last day of September? I don't know what day it is, but I am starting to think of what my month of October, what I want to look like and where I'm at in my life and just trusting it. So September, I've had a few, I'm just getting over being sick. I've had a few slower days and I've just been embracing that and stepping into that because August was a really full month for me. And I feel like sometimes you just have to trust that it's all working out and that you need the slower months because there's might be a faster paced month coming for you that you don't know about. So I'm learning to really trust into that and lean into resting when I need to rest and just allowing my body to do what it needs to do. And I'm so grateful that because I run my own business, running an interior detail business, I'm able to take those days off for my health. Before I would push myself, run myself down, and get past being sick, I don't do that anymore. I took a couple days off and I'm beating the sickness faster than I ever have beat it. I get sick every fall basically, and it's just kind of like a way of life now. But it used to hang on for a month. Now I'm better in a week because I know how to take care of myself a little bit better. So that's what I'm grateful for starting this week. And for the month of October, so I'm planning on going to Australia in January or February. So that leaves me October, November, December, and January. We're looking at about 4 months of planning, kind of where I'm going, what I'm packing. Money is my biggest thing right now. Because right now I'm paying off debt from my last travels while also trying to figure out how to save and put some money away and pay for everything. Sorry, I didn't want my dog running away on me. While trying to pay for everything now. So that's been my kind of figuring out what to do. And so I'm only detailing mobily. So that means come end of November, once the snow starts to hit, I'm not detailing. So I have to find a job for December and January because it'd be nice to bring in some money. So I'm trusting that it's all working out because I'm not planning. I really don't plan. I just allow the months to flow. And I'm here to kind of tell you, to show you that if you're in a place where you don't know what's going to happen in the next few months, allow it to happen. I'm really used to controlling so much in my life and I realize that that's not the way. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow and be open to opportunities. And the amount of opportunities I've already made from detailing is crazy. I've met entrepreneurs while I'm detailing their trucks, their cars, that I had no idea I would meet otherwise. So you have no idea who you're gonna meet when you say yes to yourself. So I am so excited to announce it's been 1 year of me being self-employed since I quit my last job. I have not worked for somebody else in a year, which has been incredible. And it has taught me so much about trusting the process, trusting yourself. There's been months where I wasn't making any money and I had to take from my savings. I had to put stuff on my credit card. I had to trust in myself that I knew where I was going, that it was going to work out. And it has, because here I am a year later, still paying my bills, still figuring it out. So I'm learning that slowly and taking that in with me for the next 4 months because I have to trust that that too will work out. And once detailing is done, trust that I'll have another thing lined up for me, even though I don't know what it is. And that's kind of what helps me get by because I just stay delusional knowing that it's all going to work out. And Australia too. I don't have a job lined up. And some people might say to get a job. I don't know. I have a feeling in my heart that I just want to show up there and see where life takes me. And I feel like that's the best way to plan is to not plan, just go in with an open mind, an open heart, and trust that people are looking out for you and that you're going to meet the right people, go to the right places, do the right thing because this is your life. You're guided, you're here, you're supported always. So another thing on my list is to get a car. I need to put my cars away in storage. I drive 2 classic cars, and so I don't like to drive them in the winter time. And so I got rid of my Toyota Corolla to save some money. So I don't have a winter car right now. And I'm saving a lot of money driving those classic cars because they're 40 years old. So I actually do save quite a bit of money. And so now I just want a cheap winter beater for the next December and January before I go to Australia. So that's another thing. But I also don't want to spend a lot of money because I would rather put that money towards going to Australia, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my goals for October, and to book the flight. I have not booked my flight yet, so I'm planning on looking at kind of like the best deals. I've been waiting. They're kind of around $1,100 to like $2,000. So it'd be great to get a lower price ticket. And so I really don't care when I fly out, and I trust that the day I'm going to pick is the perfect day to fly out. So maybe February, maybe January, I don't know. I'd like to be here for Christmas time. My birthday is January 11th, so I'd like to stay home for my birthday, and then kind of as my birthday gift, go get out of the country because I don't want to be here for winter time. So that's kind of my month of October, and just kind of planning and knowing that it's all going to work out and the right opportunities will find me. And so if you are feeling stuck, lost, or not knowing where you're going to go in the next month, trust yourself, trust your soul that it's figuring it out. And if you're having a slower month like I was, know that it is all part of the process and you're going to have slower months. And so working for myself, some days I have great days and I make lots of money, and the next day nothing. And that's kind of life. Everything ebbs and flows, and you got to lean into it. You got to trust it. Trust yourself, because if you don't, you're going to lose your mind, okay? And so I could have a lot of anxiety, and I've worked through so much anxiety of like, oh my gosh, am I messing up my entire life? No, you're not. You are actually just trusting where you're going. And I've really learned to lean into where my heart calls me to go. And that could be where I want to work, who I want to work for, what feels right in my body. I ignored my body for so long. For 7+ years of me working, I started working at 14 in a bar, and I ignored myself. I ignored how I felt. I pushed and pushed and pushed and worked so hard to the point where I burnt out, and I didn't really want to do that anymore, and I wasn't listening to myself at all. And I felt like I was doing stuff to make other people happy, what looked good for me, what money I was making, and I lost myself completely. And so in this past year, I've been learning to find myself, and building a business was such a great way to find myself because I had to push myself to meet new people, to get out there, to try new things, to ebb and flow in life. And that has been the greatest thing about running my business, honestly, is just finding myself a little bit more. And I feel like going to Australia is going to be a huge way that I can learn more about myself in my 20s. So welcome to my page if you're new, and if you're in your 20s, life should be fun. Life should be you exploring yourself, you learning more about yourself. If there's a job you don't like, you can leave. You can create a better life for yourself. So if you want to subscribe and join me on this journey of me figuring out my 20s, it would be amazing. And we can figure out our 20s together and go through all the ups and downs of life, because I feel you on this one, and I also don't know where I'm headed. But I'm trusting that it's all working out, and I'm grateful that I get to experience my life. I get to experiment with my life and try new things in my 20s and go learn more about myself and show other people that you can also do that with your life if you are feeling lost, confused, stuck. So that's a few of my lessons I've learned from being self-employed in this past year, and kind of my goals for October. I don't know where my life's headed, but I'm happy to trust the process, even though it might be scary. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. I hope to be more active in the month of October and show up a little bit more for myself.